this a good reason just to say no to drugs? Please. First case on Memorial Day holiday. People were celebrating this day when this was happening. What were you doing? This was happening? Hi, it's Miss Incredible. Welcome to Best Facebook Friends channel. Here's the latest subject. The cannibal attacker. Rudy Eugene, who gnawed off another man's face in Miami, is suspected to have been high on a dangerous street drug called bath salts. Police say that during the zombie-like naked rampage that horrified the world, Rudy Eugene, age 31, displayed deranged behavior similar to other horrific crimes linked to bath salts, before being shot dead by police on Saturday. Bath salts, which have been called the new LSD, cause people to go completely insane and become very violent, said Armando Aguilar, president of the Miami Fraternal Order of Police, told the news, also known by street names like Ivory Wave, Vanilla Sky, Bliss, Dynamite, and Purple Rain. A.K.A. Bath salts became very popular because it's in those new rap club songs you hear in the club. They don't usually play these on the radio. Also, techno music and hardcore songs tell or give you advice you to take the drug. Some people, by celebrating and not knowing what it really is, make the mistake and take the drug. Please say no to drugs. Now the colorful new celebration drink called the Toxic Cocktail. They make them with very bright colors that make them very attractive and serve them in very beautiful cups or glasses to entice victims to drink. This made headlines last year after a torrent, meaning a ton of ER visits, thousands of calls to poison control centers, and a number of deaths, including murders and suicides. People were calling in zombie attacks with screams in the background. Some people even died on the phone. It felt like hell was taking over, my friend said. A real apocalyptic drug. This drug is becoming popular due to its advertisement and advice to take it on top modern techno and hip-hop music artists like Lil Wayne and others making songs talking about these drugs in slang names, talking about that they wanna be high up in the sky. Some songs say that girl will make you rip your clothes off. This is the most addictive drug in the world. Like an alien drug finally arrived in Earth. It's more addicting than crack if you take it the right way. The new LSD, but more dangerous. Please kids, don't do drugs one try, you could die. Banned in several states. Bath salts contain amphetamine-like chemicals that have uniquely hazardous effects on the brain. If you take the worst attributes of meth, coke, PCP, LSD and ecstasy and put them together, that's what we're seeing sometimes, Mark Ryan, director of the Louisiana Poison Center, told the New York Times. A toxic cocktail, they call them. Toxic indeed. The synthetic designer drug is deemed an imminent threat to public safety by the U.S. Drug Enforcement Administration, DEA. While bath salts themselves are not yet illegal on the federal level, the DEA issued a one-year ban on possession and sale of the three main ingredients, methadone, MDPV, methylene deoxypyrivalerone, and methylone, on October 11, 2011. Dare to keep kids off drugs, California Macros says. Why are they called bath salts? This toxic cocktail of stimulant chemicals, which can be swallowed, snorted, or injected, has nothing in common with the harmless bath salts used to make tub water smell good, such as Epsom salts. Instead, bath salts is a name used to market the drug in tobacco and drug paraphernalia shops, with labels reading, "Not for human consumption," in a bid to avoid a ban on its sale. Also sold on the street, bath salts fall into the same declassification as amphetamines, mescaline, and ephedrine. What are the effects of bath salts? CNN reports, the effects include producing feelings of empathy, stimulation, alertness, euphoria, sensory awareness and hallucinations. Other reported effects include rapid heart rate, high blood pressure, and sweating. According to the DEA, MDPV has been reported to cause intense panic attacks, psychosis, and a strong desire to use the drug again. The most addicting drug ever made. It looks like they are getting it right this time with that new age too. Now this toxic cock that can keep you high for 3 days, but when you have a bad trip it's over. Physiological effects include high blood pressure and increased heart rate, according to a report by WebMD. According to a CDC report of bath salt abusers in Michigan, users risk both psychological side effects and physical side effects. Drink makes you very suicidal. Read about intense throbbing or pulsating pain that can last from 4 hours to several days. Is it a migraine? Or these new toxic cocktail ingredients in other forms? New foods or drinks with powerful toxic chemicals. In fact, according to Huffington Post, 91% of users had neurological damage. 77% experienced cardiovascular damage. 49% had psychological difficulties associated with the drug. 37% of the people who suffered mental health problems reported attempting suicide or having suicidal thoughts related to bath salts. A drug counselor urges parents to warn their kids about bath salts. Let them know, the bath you take with bath salts is dangerous and at the deep end of the toxic pool. This like this new age too. This new crack too, they even made a toxic marijuana hybrid that had like 12 leaves. Top secret chemicals. Now they learned how to give these plants toxic cocktails that they serve to these plants to make them powerful and strong. OG Kush chemicals that evolve this plant in certain ways you can't imagine. Especially once you try it or the ingredients. Once you smoke some really strong good stuff, you will never want to smoke cheap or weak marijuana ever again. We'll see how these chemicals, they come in 3 or more colors. What they are serving to these plants, or even worse, plants like the plant they make cocaine or heroin from. To chemicals they use to make their drug more potent. The same chemicals are being researched by people and certain companies to make them edible or drinkable or smokeable even without the plant. These drinks are now available to humans, usually Southern America's now migrating its way across the whole world. There's always a better way to explain what a toxic cock is. They are barely knowing the side effects are. Some even warn you not for human consumption. But PHATS, the first thing they go do is try some. One wild company gave free samples of some bath salt that said basically not for you to take or ingest, not for human consumption, and to not get caught selling it, but that it was for giving it to everyone that they could give it to. Some drugs even say to give to the BEGGERS off the freeway exit people. Or to STRIPPERS. I guess these people down